Hello, can you hear me okay? My first ever live stream after people have been asking me for years. I just spoke to Wildman and he said he has fixed it all with cider and he's going to be doing a video with me very soon. I'm just reading all of the comments coming in from you guys now. Someone's asked if Julian Assange, the COVID stuff will affect his case. All the prisons are locked down like crazy right now. I'm getting constant messages from T-Bone, and he's saying that they're coming in, pulling prisoners out. They don't know where they're going to. Everything's just like out of control in the prison systems. The guards, they're catching it. Prisoners are catching it. They don't have the equipment. Nobody's like knows what the hell is going on. Is Prince Andrew indicted? No. Prince Andrew's never going to get indicted. He's above the law. So Wildman said he beat it with cider. He's feeling much better. I set up a Skype interview with him. Had all my equipment ready. And he said he didn't realize that he had to have a Skype account. So I have been very inexperienced with live streams. Wildman is very inexperienced with Skype accounts. And we are going to hook that up tomorrow with Wildman, the Skype video. I will get it uploaded. But trying to get a live stream with two people, God knows how many years it's going to take me to learn that. Get Aki on. Wildman has so many Purple Aki stories from his childhood. Aki used to show up in our neighborhood and feel people's muscles. He felt my friend's muscles. Can I recommend a good book? Yeah, Hard Time. Hard Time is my journey through the jail, and it's free. If you just go to my website, ShaunAttwood.com, you can get it for free off my website. And I'm making books free every week while you guys are on lockdown. The fourth book is on Amazon free on Monday, this Monday. And it's going to be Clinton Bush and CIA conspiracies. Get Eddie Bravo on. What's your favorite movie? Hey, watch Shot Caller. I love Shot Caller. Tiger King. Yeah. Tiger King. Wildman used to have these apartment parties with people like Tiger King and other guys just showing up. Gotta love a gay, redneck, pistol packing, trailer trash dude who is married to two guys and is plotting to kill his rival. I watched the whole thing, but it was nowhere near as good as Ozark 3. Ozark season 3, the end. Woo! Breaking Bad style levels. Couldn't believe it. Drug experience stories. My drug experience stories are in Party Time. So much detail. And I've also got a life stories playlist. You can catch them on that. Wes Watson. Would love to get Wes Watson on the channel. Slowly doing collabs with all of the other prison YouTubers. And definitely got those 5G. Hey, Kev. Did you watch the David Icke interview? Man, they are coming down hard on anyone talking about 5G. They will completely demonetize your channel for talking about that shit now. I had the heads up from some of my friends with other channels last week before London Real. And I did film with Brian Rose, London Real, 2 weeks ago. They sent me a car, and I went through London in this taxi. It was so empty. And ask Brian when that's going to come up. I think it's going to come up in a month or so. They are censoring everyone on YouTube that talks anything about 5G. I was demonetized too. Oh well. I'm just reading some of the comments here, man. They're coming in fast. Do meth on stream. I don't do hot rails anymore, but thank you. Why are you shouting? Okay, I'll stop shouting. Let me just get a drink of water. Where I live, the jails are bringing in people who have parole violations, including the jails need to let people go. You've got all these people in there for low-level drug offenses. All these soldiers, you seem happy today, thank you. All these soldiers come back from wars, get on street drugs, end up in jail. What an absolute waste of taxpayers' money. Let all the low-level drug users go. Let all of the people, non-violent drug offenders, not traffickers like me. I saw the average arrest was people with weed, possession, and shit like that. How is Wild Man? He's better. We're going to be doing the Wild Man cured coronavirus with cider video tomorrow. Hampstead cover up, Peaches Geldof. Well, Sonia Poulton is going to be coming back on, and she is going to be talking about all that stuff. I know why I'm shouting, because I can hear my own voice. Let me just turn this off. There we go. I was hearing my voice on a delayed feed. Thank you, Daniel. You're doing great. Appreciate that. Cheers. Will you be interviewing Bobby Capucci? I'll have to Google Bobby Capucci. But we have 3 pages of, looking good in pink, we have 3 pages of people you have suggested to interview. And we are slowly, thank you, Tony Sopranos, stay safe, greetings. Okay, so the victims from Epstein, will they see the money from him? It's a grab right now for all of his money. The lawyers are trying to grab his money. Thank you for signing my copy, Kieran. Yeah, cheers. The victims deserve the money. The lawyers are trying to grab the money. His brother and his co-conspirators who've protected his assets over the years are trying to grab the money. And I'm just starting my book now. I finished my Pablo Escobar's story part 3 the other day. And now I'm just going on to Who Killed Epstein. Hopefully I'll get that one published in the second half of this year. Will you ever go on Fox News? Yeah, I did some documentary. Jamie's asking, let me know if you ever want me on. Anyone who's got a hard-hitting story, thank you, Cabby. Anyone who's got a hard-hitting story, true crime, this is the channel. This is where we want you on. Pedo extermination the old-fashioned way. Yeah, they're telling us that they don't have the resources to go after political pedophiles, the police. And they're putting all these women in prison for not having the BBC TV license. And it costs £50,000, $60,000 to house a woman in prison in the UK for not paying a BBC license that costs a couple of last time you left your house. Anything I say will be used against me in a court of law, John. I plead the 5th Amendment. Always exercise your right to remain silent unless you want to end up like Brendan Dassey. If you do leave your house in violation of the law, they know where you're going because through your cell phone. Please cover Clinton library documentation. Man, the Clinton crime family has been one of my favorite things to research over the years. think a video about new Labour leader. Yeah, protected Jimmy Savile. Yeah, that's true. Put the chat on slow-mo. I'm lucky I'm even got this chat up because it kept asking me for streaming software. I do not have streaming software. I have no idea how I've managed to even get this thing going. But David Macmillan, I wanted to do a live chat with the both of us, and it was so difficult for me to get this thing going tonight. I have no idea how I'm going to get it going with David Macmillan. Shout out to David, huge guest on our channel, 8 podcasts, and he's got his own channel as well now. And huge shout out to OG Shadow as well. I was trying to help him, putting a lot of clips out, and all of a sudden, boom, his channel just shot up to 40,000 subs, and he's risking his life. You know, he's got the bag on his head, risking his life. Has Joe Rogan been in touch? No. Any weird experiences with fans at live talks? No, because we go in, we do the live talk, bam, bam, that's it. Wildman, we went to the one in Sheffield. Wildman got on the stage at the end, and they want to send me on tour in 2021 across the UK. And I'm hoping that we can bring Wildman on the tour. That was the highest rated talk I did for Funzing, was the one where Wildman got on the stage with me. And I know you guys love my brother and partner in crime, Wildman. All the crazy stories we've got from way back. He is the UK Joey Diaz. Rogan watches for sure. So does Eddie Bravo. Yeah, well, it would be great to get on Rogan if that ever happens. But everything's happening just organically for me. People just contact me. They say, we want to get you on. If I try getting on things, it doesn't usually happen. But so many people are just inviting me onto things. Great people like True Geordie, Brian and Lawrence. That's how this channel has really blown up, especially because of them. Psychic detective. Do I need a psychic detective for the channel? We do interview people with a wide range of perspectives on this channel. We're not all singing off the same hymn sheet. With coronavirus, I tried to interview as many people as possible with many different perspectives as possible. And I know some people liked those interviews. Some people hated what some of those people said. But to analyze a subject to the fullest, you've got to look at the full spectrum of perspectives. Just listen to your isolation video. Yeah, I've got a ex-con lockdown tips and advice playlist now for coronavirus, for people locked down. Look into Phil Schofield. Just did a clip with Sonia Poulton that just got posted on Phil Schofield. I know all the dirt there. Eddie Bravo emailed me and said he'll get all his Epstein info for me. He's balls deep in my Epstein research. Love to hear more of your favorite books. For times like this, if you want to get philosophical, read the Stoics. Does Wildman have coronavirus? We believe that he did, and he's recovered. I don't think he was playing the corona card. It did hit him hard on one day. He did sound really bad. And favorite books, yeah, the Stoics. Great to see you. Did Ike help you back out of the Matrix? Laura, Towler of Patriarch Alternative. British becoming a minority. Keep sending in the suggestions. We've got my guy Ash. He's doing a great job contacting all these guests, lining the interviews up. We've got Amanda answering all of the messages. So many messages coming in. We've got Connor keeping all the extreme trolls off the live chats on the premieres. And he just timed somebody out right now. Jamesy Balboa is being a bit naughty. Thank you, Connor. And I just feel so blessed to have built up a fantastic team of people. Why do you say London-based? Because people all over the world have no idea where Guildford is. They've never heard of it. Guildford is, for people around the world, is southwest of London, just 30 minutes on the train from Waterloo. So basically, I say London, so people all over the world have got a clue right away where I'm at. Get Sammy the Bull on for an interview. Man, my interview friend Patrick Valuetainment, he had a nice score there with Sammy the Bull. He got millions of views there. That was really great. And supposedly Sammy the Bull is setting up doing his own podcast or TV channel or something. So maybe something will happen down the road. I'm totally up for that. Are you Narcotics Anonymous? Wild woman. Drugs are legal in Canada. Would you go out doing a Netflix series on Epstein? If I could get anything to the Netflix series level, I would feel blessed, yeah. I would not become a drug kingpin again, but thank you for asking. Whitney Webb, yeah, she's fantastic. Her stuff on Epstein, and she's got her own book coming out. Darren G. So I did some clips with one of the Gs. I think it was Darren. And we did set something up in Liverpool, but he said that turf was too dangerous for him to come to. So it didn't pan out. But yeah, he would definitely be a good guest, Darren G. Any of the Gs, they were really deep in the mix. Is Schofield a pedo? No comment. What's your best Arizona memory? Oh my God. So many. I remember picking Wildman up at the airport, and he'd never been to Arizona before. And on the drive back to the place I'd arranged for him, he was like, "Stop the car, stop the car." I'm like, "Why?" "I just want to get out and see that cactus. They've got these saguaro cactus, like this big bullet holes in them. All the Arizona disco dancing cowboys shooting the cactus." And Wildman was just, I'd never seen him meditate on a plant before. It was just nice to see that side of him, getting tuned in with nature. Any plans for talking Glasgow? Is Quanon real? Sorry if I already asked. I'm not sure what Quanon is, Steve. When they send me on this tour, if it pans out in 2021, I'm supposed to go all over the country, Scotland, Ireland. I would love to get up there, man. I love the people of Glasgow. I've got a lot of connections with Blink, Johnny Boy Steele. Dean, I lived in Arizona during my time there and saw the circus. If you've read my book, Party Time, we called our community of freaks, we called ourselves the circus. And the inner circle were like Acid Joey, dead now. The Prophet, Jerry Hoey, dead now. Big Micah, dead now. Wildman, me. And it was off the hook, the kind of stuff that happened at those after parties. I see your bookshelf changes as a mutating virus. David Macmillan, you have been a techie from way back. I think you're going to have to research how we're going to be able to do a live stream with both of our faces on the video, because I have no idea how we're going to do that, what is required. I don't even have streaming software. Andrew Chrome. I have read about the secret society ceremonies and the things they get up to. Ike's lizard people in power conspiracy. My interpretation of that is, to be at the top of politics, you've got to be a psychopath. These guys have catch COVID or fight Tyson. Whew. I'd probably catch COVID. Yeah, I think I'd get through it. Yeah. I think my immune system is Dave Matt Miller, I will, and maybe everyone else, everyone's faces. What's your fave music? Oh, I still love Pete Tong. Sasha. If you've read Party Time, you know that DJ Kyoki was in a lot of the parties and the after parties. And he's been doing live streams out of his house. And I think they're on Twitch. Go on Facebook, put DJ Kyoki. And he did like an old school mix recently on Twitch. And it's really good. I sent the link to a few of my friends. OBS streaming software. The drugs ruined my immune system. We had a reputation for having a quality product without the toxic substances that would have messed up my immune system. I am a bit sniffy. It's not corona. I did walk around. The sun's come out in England finally. Listen, I really do support Julian Assange. Wild man's all good. I've sent Julian Assange something in prison. Hopefully he will receive it. Hopefully it went under the radar and he will have received it by now, and it's something that will help him. And I would love to visit Julian Assange in prison. I have written to him. If he can get me on his visitation list, I will do everything I possibly can, because he has sacrificed his life for the truth. I've got his back completely. You need to get tested. No, honestly, it's pollen. The pollen is high in the UK right now. I've not got corona, 100% guaranteed, but I do know people who do have it. You sound like corona difficulty speaking. I've got my bees honey in the fridge right here. Doing a comb over. You want to see me in my anonymous mask with a comb over? Sounds a bit naughty. Pirate crew need you to deliver LARPA of the Year award to Prince Andrews. Deodorant strict with a plaque. Kurt Cobain murder. Yeah, I watched the doc about Kurt Cobain. What is it David Icke says? Look at who benefits. Who benefited from Cobain. His massive collection, his backlist of music. Hundreds of millions it was worth, if not in the low billions. Shaun Attwood's laugh is great. I am loving life, I'm telling you. This is luxury lockdown. Ozark season 3, the end just blew my mind. Wake up, I throw some monkey nuts to the squirrels. There's no dead rats in my food, no cockroaches. I'm just loving life, and I always will. London Real on BitChute. They're going to have to do a move, aren't they, if they get knocked off YouTube. Courtney Love. Make a movie of your life. There are things, I can't talk about. The UK government, will they legalise weed? Those scum, psychopathic politicians who've smoked weed when they were at university and done coke and done ecstasy. And they get up there and pretend they are holier than thou and lock all these young people up for doing exactly the same stuff they did. And they won't lock the pedophiles up. These guys need to be put in max security. No visits allowed for Assange. Are they doing webcam visits for prisoners? I don't know if that's feasible. Boris is all Gucci right now. Andrew doesn't want the lockdown to end. The heat will be back. Allowed to visit T-Von. I'm not even allowed to go to America. Deliver the LARPA award to Prince Andrew for Captain Frost. Don't you think his Secret Service guys will shoot me dead? I'll give it a try. I know you can make a citizen's arrest on people like Tony Blair for war crimes, but they advise you to do it very cautiously. Don't just run up to him and grab him. Otherwise, you will get shot dead by his bodyguards. These things have to be handled very diplomatically. Yeah, I'm banned from America for life. Can't go and visit T-Bone. Can't. There's not going to be a 5G special. Sorry. Not going to happen. Complete demonetization of the channel. Ding-ding-ding-ding. Ding-ding-ding-ding. Give an idea what you think about the coronavirus started. I am no expert on the coronavirus. All I did was film some people in Italy and Spain who asked me to give other people a heads up. And then I interviewed the other people who you guys suggested. And some of those interviews have disappeared. Let's put it that way. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. It was a very dangerous path that I was treading down for the future of the channel. And I know you guys want to see it continuing at the rate it has been continuing. So yeah, what I've researched and what I like to think I'm an expert on is the prison industrial complex, the war on drugs. These are what I've researched for over a decade. And an integral part of those is the Clinton crime family and the Bush crime family. Watched Fall the Cabal, not seen that one yet. Batshit and Binoculars. Mass arrests going on. People snitching the neighbors out. Don't these scumbags know the convict code is that snitches get stitches? This stuff's going to come back to haunt them. So you're seeing the excesses of people come out during this lockdown. And there's always snitchy people out there. Amazon take down a documentary, Hoaxed. Don't think I've watched that one yet. Hoaxed. I'll have to look out for it. Who's on Epstein Island now? I believe like the caretakers. Listen to the recordings. No, I'm not. Tiger King. Love Tiger King. But the best thing I've watched recently is Ozark season 3, definitely. Superman. Man, this thing's moving so fast. Robbie Williams autobiography. Love Robbie Williams. Big fan. He went through so much. And John Mark Duggan or David McMillan can get you into the US. Stephen Fellas, what up? My man in Italy. Yeah, I used to smuggle Wildman back into Arizona after he was deported multiple times. I know how to get in and out of countries myself, but I'm a good boy now. No more felonies. Will you have Area and Phoenix on your channel? I do believe I did reach out to them. A lot of the people you guys have suggested, we have reached out to, and some of them, like Richard Hall, have explained why they can't come on. Area and channel, I don't think they could show their faces or something. If I remember rightly, I'm not 100% sure. Celtic Boys Child Abuse Home. All this child abuse stuff. Sonia Poulton, Wilfred Wong. They are the people who are researching this. And they are. Sonia is a regular on the show now, guaranteed. She's committed to do podcast 4 and 5. I think with all of your research, yes, Sandu, I know. With all of your good reception to Wilfred Wong, we'll be having him back on. John Wedgett is a regular. Chet Sandu is a regular. Wildman and Chet really hit it off. That 3+ hour podcast we posted over Christmas. I had to rewatch it because a few little things had to be taken out for legal reasons. Thank you, Kitty. And I was just laughing my head off all the way through it. But we've got a lot of activists on the channel, and some of them are getting a bit upset with the obscenity. But if you can't handle it on this channel, that's what we're about, having a variety of viewpoints. And we've got to have humor from time to time. Robbie Williams invented crack. We have so many crack stories. Wildman. It's the first apartment that I got him in Arizona, and he just rents it out within a month to a Colombian crack lord. He doesn't tell me, and I almost get shot when I go over there. Was Charles being blackmailed by Savile? I just think they were tight, and they were aware of, Charles. These guys were aware of what Savile was up to. He was procuring. He wasn't just acting on his own. He was procuring. It was much bigger. Same with Epstein. It's much bigger than they mainstream media portray it. Cheers, dog. White. Favorite back in the day. Wildman makes me want to desperazine and drinking. I cannot believe he just went straight with the cold. Yeah, went to the Hacienda. Blow. But my main place was the Conspiracy, and before that, the Thunderdome, that dodgy club on Oldham Road. It was a bit grittier. We liked it in the Conspiracy and the Thunderdome. All of Salford. Louis, thanks for coming to Carmel in St. Helens. Wondering what advice you give to a young person to set up passive income. Okay, so I recently did a video. It was a Zoom with a guy I haven't seen in 25 years. He's one of my former stockbroker colleagues. It's on the coronavirus lockdown playlist on my channel. It was over now, and we talked about all of the things necessary to achieve success. In that, you've got to have a good product, a good reputation, and you got to know how to market your product. And that was true for me in ecstasy trafficking. It was true for me in the stock market. It's true for me in literature. The royal family will be abolished after the Queen. It'll be very interesting to see whether Parliament make it pass down to Charles's son instead of Charles getting the crown. Are you going to interview me on this podcast, Jojo? Send your stories in, hard-hitting crime stories. That's what we're all about. Prison stories and famous cases like Madeleine McCann, Jimmy Savile. If you have a lot of money, would you give up some to buy a favorite YouTube fan a Rolex watch? I did have a Rolex once. A guy who owed me money got visited by Wildman, and he ended up with his Rolex. But then someone stole it off me as well. That was the karma of the situation, isn't it? If I got arrested for drug, can you get an interview? Interview the McCanns. Favorite E was Mitsubishi. I saw 69's out. Yeah, man. For getting up on the stand, they're gonna try and take him out. Get William Barr. Love from Philly. Cheers, Iron Man. Epstein coverage was great. Thank you. Appreciate that. The Epstein videos are still coming out, not as frequently. Set up a Discord server so your followers can discuss your podcasts and theories. Bring David Icke. I interviewed Icke a few days before the crazy live stream on London Real, and that video is up. It's there if you want to see it. Talks about some of the same stuff. Interview in 3. Talk about the conspiracy. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the books. Like I said, during the lockdown, I'm making all of my books free, one every week, Monday to Friday. Go on Kindle. When will you have Brian Harvey on? Well, that's about my response to that. What videos were censored from you? Probably not a good subject matter to go down. Let's not. This is fast chat, bro, from Wildman. Wildman is presently in the live stream. All you're asking about Wildman, he's right there right now in the chat. And his name is Peter Mahoney. Peter Mahoney. He's right there, and we're hopefully going to do this video tomorrow about how Wildman cured coronavirus by drinking cider. And that is no joke. And I spoke to a scientist, and there is some scientific background to alcohol exterminating things. How is that Navy SEAL? So our first ever podcast, which was the most viral one, the guy was called out by a Navy SEAL, but that guy caused a crime wave against me. He said I was a criminal trying to defraud the public, and he caused a crime wave against me. And he ended up losing his YouTube channel for not because of my situation, but because so many people were getting doxxed and crimes committed against them. So there's no beef there anymore. I think it's squashed. Do you bick your head? I've got a razor. Put your chat into slow mode. I don't even know how to do that. Like I said, I'm new to this chat stuff. Is there a slow mode button? Let's have a look. Slow mode. I see a smiley face, a $sign, and a chat. Is it at the top? Chat. Toggle timestamps participants. Is there a virus or not? Yeah, people close to me have got the virus. They don't want to be named. And it's verified. No, I'm not talking about Wildman. Other people verified. They've had the test and everything. And they said it really made them, they had no energy and they couldn't work and they were in bed and they had the difference between that and the flu. It was scarier than the flu because of they couldn't breathe properly because it does something funny to your lungs. How is Jamie? All going well. David Macmillan and myself and Jamie and Wildman are going to be in the Isle of Man in November doing events. Slow chat button. Ooh, disappeared. I can't see the slow chat button. But perhaps we want to keep it fast chat because I am keeping up with it. And we don't want it to fall behind. Wildman is better, yes, and he is on the chat. His name is Peter Mahoney, if you've just come on. Are you married? I was married 3 times in America. I am not married. Thoughts on Brian Harvey's investigations? I'm not sure about Brian Harvey's investigations. He's not approached me in a professional fashion. If people want to be interviewed or come on the podcast, they've got to at least respect what we're doing enough to approach us in a professional fashion. And there are a lot of people requesting to come on the podcast. And they've got amazing stories. We've got some absolutely brilliant guests lined up. Before all this lockdown stuff, and I had it up to two true crime podcasts a week. I got back up to 2 true crime podcasts a week. That was my goal. Have a Monday night premiere, Wednesday night premiere. Put the mask on. I'm not going to be your gimp. 2 a week. But now we can't even film any. The studios are closed. I've got enough pre-recorded to take us through till May. But we've got a lot of hard-hitting ones on. A lot of gangsters. Shout out to Jamie Boyle. He's been doing a really great job. He writes true crime books, and he's connecting us with a lot of people like the Taxman, Steve Rafe, Stephen Sayers. And these are really solid stories that you guys are going to enjoy. For Prime Minister. Funniest MDMA story. Sammy the Bull. So many MDMA stories, but check out Party Time for that. It will be free on Amazon coming in the coming weeks. Favorite pills, Mitsubishi. Too close to the camera. You guys want me to go further away? Is that better? How's that sound though? Am I getting... Got my Rode microphone on the screen now. We don't want that. Let's see if I can do this. Do you prefer me to be this distance? That's fine. Good time to start investing. No, stay out of it. The stock market right now is for professional investors only. Did I sniff my Mandy? Did I do butt rockets? No. I was tempted to try it using the butt rocket method, but I didn't go there. Are your books on Amazon? Yeah, I've got 12 books. Just put my name in Amazon, they'll all come up. And I know you guys right now, a lot of people have been laid off. The money's not coming in. Bring clean fun, respite from life. Thank you, Coke. Appreciate that. I'm going to make them all free during this lockdown period so that I understand that people are suffering financially right now. Are you single? And what's your type? I am single, and that's all I'm going to say. You guys are trying to set me up for failure. Going to reoffend if you run out of stories. I am tempted. Imagine if I was in there with Julian Assange. If me and Julian were cellmates, imagine the videos we could send out. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate that. Imagine the little videos. We get a mobile phone smuggled in. We get the videos on YouTube. Now that would get some views. Shaun types up porn stars and Korean women. I do not discriminate. Wildman update. He's in the chat, and we're going to do a video tomorrow. His name is Peter Mahoney. You're gay, aren't you? You know what? Sometimes I get asked, did I drop the soap in the shower? And no matter how many times I dropped that soap, I never got lucky. You and Wildman need to do a vlog Soho Saturday night. Put your anonymous mask on for us. Oh my goodness. You could have choked Epstein if you were his cellmate. Yeah, KOS. Thoughts on the path forward? Like when I was out of university, I used to have a plan whereby I've got to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. Now I just wake up, throw some monkey nuts to the squirrels, and just do whatever I feel like doing that day. Yeah, David Icke interview was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I saw 64,000 people on the live stream. It's ridiculous that they're taking away our freedom of speech. But I did speak to David about a lot of the similar things, and that one's still up on my channel. And it's on his channel as well. Cover the Irish. Yeah, Irish, it's like cartel activity, isn't it, in Ireland now? Assange is on lockdown 23.5 hours a day. He looks really unhealthy. It's a shame. He sacrificed his life for honesty and truth. And it's really sad for Julian. Thank you. Cunts. Epstein would have been KOS. Sounds anti-Semitic. It is. I saw skinheads converting to the Jewish religion to get the kosher food in the jail. So they're down with the Jews when it suits them. And guys with swastikas, and they had Mexican mafia Jews, Italian mafia Jews, all to get the kosher food in the jail. Did you and Wildman have lots of three-ways? Wildman his priority was getting high. Any quantity of drugs put in front of him, he would consume. And that's why he could never sell any, because he would just take them all himself. He wasn't down for freeways, let's put it that way. Oh my God. And he's watching this. So be careful what you say. He'll end up moving in with you. Wild man. the best way to get people to pay their debts was to have the threat of wild men moving in with them. And he moved in with a lot of people. Within weeks, they would move out because instantly Mexican mafia people be coming, taking your TV. There'd be transgender Native American she-males doing crack. There'd be gangbangers, Russian mafia, Italian mafia, all house partying in your pad, and your furniture slowly disappearing to finance the party. What happened to my exes? I'm on good terms with all my exes. For party time, they had to read all the parts and go over with me with them and sign legal papers for Random House. So it's a good job. I'm on good terms with all of my exes. Get Wildman's weight down. Wildman's got a plan to get his weight down. He is taking it seriously. And you guys are motivating him to do that. And we just feel so honored that we've got this community of people, such caring people. And we feel the love. And we all like to bullshit and we have all these crazy stories, but we feel the love and the concern for Wildman's health. And Wildman is going to be making some moves on that, and he may have an announcement for you about that, but that's for him to tell you guys. Would love to interview Snowden. Stock market is catching falling daggers. The average bear market, the average down market when there's an economic slump lasts about 9 months. Do not invest in the stock market right now unless you are a professional. What's your thoughts on Homer Simpson? Boris Karloff. I was a huge fan of Boris Karloff when I was a kid. He's the actor who played Frankenstein in the black and white movies. Wildman rocks. Yes. Are you locked down? This is luxury lockdown. No redneck guard can come in my room and say, drop your trousers. Bend over, spread your buttocks wide open and cough. And get down there and just stir at my bum hole. That is what real lockdown means. When you're living in a room the size of a toilet, having to listen to someone take a shit and fart. I worked at DLC. Tell T-Bone he's in our prayers. Thank you, Maggie. Imagine living in a room the size of a toilet was designed for one person. They've got 3 bunks in there. And you got to listen to your cellmates shit and fart and wank and everything else. And a big bad redneck guard can come in any moment and tell you to drop your drawers and spread your cheeks and stir in your bumhole because they think you got drugs packed in there. That is real lockdown. This squeal, piggy. This is luxury lockdown. We have got Netflix. We've got the internet. I'm loving life. I get up, throw the monkey nuts to the squirrels, do my workout, cook my breakfast. Your bumhole winks at me. I don't think my bumhole is that loose to wink at you. Top 10 books vid. I do have some videos on my favorite books that I read in prison and books that are popular in prison. Stoic philosophers right now. Aurelius, Meditations, Epictetus. Robert Greene, always Robert Greene, 48 Laws. But he's also written a book called Mastery about understanding yourself. Once you understand yourself, you will be more successful in everything you do. Hi from Cronton. Shout out to Cronton. My sixth form college was on Cronton Road. Wildman will demolish your kitchen. Roll up. Your ride is here. Why are you hoodwinked by the likes of Jason Goodman? Yeah, I've got to say one thing. Every single podcast guest we have, I get emails saying, why the F have you got this guy on your podcast? Don't you know this about this guy? Every single guy we have on has got enemies. And if we listen to everybody, we would never interview anyone because everyone wants to shut us down and not have us interview Guest after guest after guest after guest. We don't discriminate our guests. If we think they've got something interesting to say, even if it's not what we believe, it's not all about having the same opinions. That's why I interviewed a lot of people on the extremes and in the middle of the coronavirus stuff, just to try and get a handle on that. Spoke to Mark Johnson of Use a Voice. No. Cottrell and Ike to debate each other. I don't think that will bode well for the future of the channel if I did that right now. Ike is BBC News here. He's world headline news. What they've done with Brian Rose, taking that video down, is nothing compared to what they're about to do. They're coming after people big time. People are getting completely demonetized. Will I interview Brian Rose? I'd love to. He interviewed me about 2 or 3 weeks ago in London, and it lasted for over 3 hours. Went like that. He's a very skilled interviewer. And if you want to see it, start asking Brian when is it going to get posted, and maybe he'll move it up the queue, because I know he's got a lot on his plate right now. I am not a troll. Brian Rose is going to be shut down. I did send him a video, a message on the morning of the Ike saying, "Be careful," because people were sending me heads ups about YouTube and 5G before that video happened. 23andOne, yeah, I have reached out to him. We did have a Skype lined up, but then it didn't. He never got back to me. Do you worry about your channel being shut down? Yeah, of course I do. I would never want the channel to be shut down. This prison channel has been around now for over 10 years. And I think because we have such balanced content on the channel, we're not all hammering the conspiracy theories. I would like to hammer the conspiracy theories, but we're not all out conspiracy theories. We are a broad range of subjects. All the prison content, all the true crime podcast. I don't think YouTube's got problems with that. Interview the squirrels. When I had the squirrels running around in the background, you guys are always commenting on them. Perhaps if I have some monkey nuts behind me and they'll be running up and down behind me, I think it would be a bit distracting. Yeah, would love to have Wes Watson on. What's your David Icke interview? Do you think he calls Jews Sabbatean cultists? So David Icke has researched that far more than me. That's not something I have any expertise about. I distill it down to the fact that David believes that there are a group of people around the world, elites, in a conspiracy to keep certain bloodlines going, royal bloodlines, at the expense of the rest of us. Society's always been structured like a pyramid. The chain behind me, it's just a prop. It's made out of polystyrene. And I used to take it to book signings and to events. And when people got the photos, we would put the chain around them. But it's lightweight, and it's so lightweight it broke. That's just a little piece of it. Giant squirrel, don't touch your face, Shaun. Steve Fellas. Believe it. Jimmy Savile, do you believe in Smurfs? We did have some ecstasy pills called Smurfs at one point, so I do know they exist. Shaun, sweetheart, I'm on the D Live. We missed the squirrels. Is London real? Quarantine. A lot of people asking about Bitcoin. I don't want to recommend Bitcoin. I think it's going to go to zero. Will we have Tommy Robinson on? Right now, with the channels getting demonetized, we've got to be careful who we have on. Let's ride things out before we look at having more controversial people on. Do I have a blue Tesla? No, I had a blue Mazda RX-7, like out of Fast and Furious 1. Your books are not on Amazon Audio app. They're on Audible. Have you been sniffing coke? No, I much preferred crystal meth back then. It lasted far longer. But now I don't do any drugs at all. Fitness classes are my drugs. And I hope to hit up a club in London and get my dance on when this lockdown lifts. One of my friends just sent me the name of a club in London that's good for the old school rave. I can't remember the name of it now, but I would like to get out there and get my dance on. Nice books. Thank you. I'm glad you like the design behind me. And a huge thank you to my online team and all of my guests. And Amanda, who's responding to people. And Connor, who's censoring the trolls. And Ash, who is scheduling the guests. And you guys for subscribing and supporting the channel and sharing the videos and suggesting the guests and steering it, because it is where it is because of all the topics and all the guests you guys have recommended to us. And that's the way I like it. And that's the way we're going to keep it. If you steer it, then we're giving you guys what you're asking us for. And hopefully that's the stuff that you want to view the most is what you're asking for. So appreciate that. What am I currently reading? The Brotherhood. And it's about the Freemasons. How do you stay so happy all the time? Because I'm just loving being locked down in luxury. This is so easy for people who've been in prison. This is nothing. It's a time where you can just chill out and read, learn a language, read that book you wanted to read, but you'd never had the time to read. There's so much stuff you can do right now, feeding squirrels included, that it is a golden opportunity. When we look back, when it's over, you're all back in the 9 to 5, or you're running your businesses, or you're raising families, whatever it is you're doing, you'll be thinking, wow, I had that time. In 2006, I read 268 books. And when I told my sister, she said, you lucky bastard. You read 268 books in 1 year. People have lives, jobs, responsibilities. You'd basically have to be a mad monk in a cave to read 268 books. And she was right. I was lucky that I had all that time on my hands. And there came a point in my incarceration I had to ask myself, do I want to just keep being anxious, worrying about my sentence, and being a stress head because I'm locked down? Or do I want to turn this into the educational opportunity of a lifetime? And that's what I did. That's what I tried to do by reading all those books. Can you throw a party? If people are throwing parties in London and they want me to be involved in some capacity, I would be involved. I love drag queen stand-up comedy. I just saw something about drag queens then. And me and Wildman, one of our favorite bars was the Crow Bar, gay bar in Arizona. And Wildman, it was yellow construction hat night. And I said to all my crew, who's going to get up? You know, all the hip grinding hunks were on the dance floor, topless in the yellow construction hats. Who's going to get up? Wildman just jumped right up there. He was on multiple ecstasy pills, gets his yellow hat on, and he's just doing his thing. Doing his thing with the man. Such fun times. We need to get out and have a dance again. That's what this lockdown has reminded me of. Just not being able to be around people and socialize. Got to get out and have a good dance when this is over. So we're almost getting to the end of this 1 hour true crime live chat. Ask me anything. And much love to you guys, Eleanors. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in. I cannot believe this live chat even happened with my lack of technical skills. And let's hope that David Macmillan can teach me now how to do a live stream with two people actually on the screen at the same time. And I've also got to figure out what streaming software is as well. So, huge thank you, everyone. I hope this has raised your spirits. And, wow, man, it's funny. I hope this has put a smile on your face on a day when some people are feeling quite down because they can't get out of their houses. And maybe some of you guys know people who've died, or you know people whose family members have died, or you've had family members die. It's getting that close now for a lot of people. And it's important, when that level of stress and tension is out there, that we try and break that up with moments of humor and happiness and positivity. And when I was on the ecstasy, I was smiling my ass off all night, but it was chemically induced. But now, after surviving that jail, I wake up with a smile on my face because life is sweet. When you've had everything taken away from you, life is sweet. And I hope you feel that energy and you can spread that energy to your loved ones. And really appreciate you tuning in to my first live stream. And massive thank you to Wildman, partner in crime, best friend, love you like a brother. And we're going to be doing lots more true crime podcasts together soon when I get my ass up to Liverpool. And we'll get all those guests that we had to cancel back in the studio. All right, people, thank you. I think I have the skills to end this. Let's see. End stream. Take care out there. Love and respect from Guildford, Surrey, which is southwest of London.